somebody brings up Ryan Day's success at Ohio State, possibly parlaying into an NFL job, and if that's a concern that he's not entrenched in regards to his background, his upbringing in Ohio, like an Urban Meyer in particular, that if he's highly successful, which would be a good problem to have, a couple national titles in 5 years, bam, he bolts to the NFL.
I mean, I don't know if I see him being somebody who's got one eye on the NFL. I mean, we've been around him for several years between the assistant role and now 1 year as the head coach. So, and I don't know any of us could say, oh, we truly know what it is that he thinks. But I think that his strength in a lot of ways really is in the way that he relates with these athletes and whatnot. And it's very different in dealing with the 18 to 22-year-old set than dealing with 27, 28, 29-year-old millionaires multiple times over. And I'm not saying that to denigrate anybody's success, but it's a very different situation in coaching high school or college and professional ball. A lot of people want to point out the fact you don't have to recruit in NFL ball. I mean, coaches have a little bit more of their life back because of that. But I think that things that people might sit there and say are some of the downsides of college ball, I think those are things that Ryan Day actually enjoys. So am I here to decry that he's going to be in Columbus for 15 more years regardless? No. I mean, we never know a situation. We could have rewound this 6 years ago and been talking about Urban Meyer. Things happen, things change, but I don't necessarily see the NFL being just this cataclysmic type of threat in terms of Ryan Day's tenure at Ohio State.
Ohio State hasn't lost a coach to the NFL, a head coach to the NFL since Paul Brown in like 1942. So, and that was with an ownership track and World War II involved in that as well. So there's no reason to go to the NFL if you are a top-of-the-line college coach at one of the top-of-the-line schools. You'll make the same money. As Nick Saban has said, you get 25 first-round draft picks every year. And Ryan Day has done both. He clearly enjoys this and is good at it. And as Kevin said, the relation to the players and wanting to do more for them and to be able to be that mentor and to be involved with them. That's what him and his wife are invested heavily in that with youth. So I think it's different for some coaches don't like the recruiting. If you're in college, you have to love it. And he does it very well. And he doesn't seem to be anti-recruiting. He doesn't seem to be tired of it, and he knows what both jobs are like. And I don't see him leaving for the NFL unless at some point you just, you're ready for something new. But I don't see the NFL as his goal because he was there and left.
The NFL owns this country to a certain extent from a sports standpoint. The popularity is just ridiculously enormous. Of course, college football is right there in second or third place. But at the same time, it just seems like there's a certain cachet or prestige to being the head coach at Ohio State, Alabama, Texas, USC. You think about the names that have gone through those universities over the past, and I'm leaving some out over the last number of decades, versus unless you are an all-time great in the NFL, man, it just seems like these NFL teams just cycle through names, and it's just what's the level of prestige? And I want to state this the right way. To gain an NFL head coaching job obviously takes great work, and you have to be at the top of your game and so forth. I'm not
Hugh Jackson
counting that. They'll make more money in a year than I do for who knows. Let's count the lifetimes. But to just be your head coach for the Detroit Lions or the Jacksonville Jaguars and win 6 or 7 games for 3 years and then move on to the next job, or hopefully get an offensive coordinator job at another stop before you can get your next job. It just seems like, man, you just pointed it out, Tony. Go to Ohio State and obviously the expectations are extremely high, but the benefit
support.
and the advantage you have in winning and maintaining that based on the resources versus the competition is just extraordinary.
Yeah, I think as you mentioned, it's you can attain legendary status as a college coach and be that kind of beloved figure in the community. In the NFL, the Super Bowl gives you that platform. The NFL gives you that worldwide platform that maybe you don't have as a college coach, which is a little bit more provincial, I guess. So I don't know. It's whatever the guys want at that particular stage of their life. Maybe with younger kids, college is the best job. With adult kids, maybe the NFL is the best job. I don't know because of some of the things that you don't have to be as involved perhaps in the home front as you are when you have younger kids. So I don't know. I'm open to whatever, but I just see Dave being at Ohio State for the longer haul, and I don't get the sense he's in a hurry to head off to the NFL.